Have you ever paused for a second and wondered why the same question can give you two completely different answers? Not wrong answers. Not weak answers. Just different. You ask. You wait. And suddenly, you feel it. Confusion mixed with curiosity. Every single day, we make decisions. Small ones, big ones, life-changing ones. We search for clarity. We look for guidance. And quietly, in the background, artificial intelligence is learning, observing, evolving. Two names appear again and again. Meta AI, ChatGPT. People compare them. People argue. People choose sides. But here is the uncomfortable truth. Most people don't really understand what separates them. And today, that's what we're going to uncover. Imagine this scene for a moment. You are standing in a futuristic room. In front of you are two intelligent machines. One is calm, metallic blue, its circuits glowing softly, steady, controlled. The other is silver, with a gentle green light in its eyes. Expressive, alert, almost alive. They are not just machines. They are reflections of two different ways of thinking. You lean forward. You ask your first question. Meta AI responds. The answer is clear, structured, step by step. You feel stability, certainty, control. Then you ask the same question again. ChatGPT responds. The answer flows. Ideas connect. Possibilities open. It feels less like a report and more like a conversation. And in that moment, a thought hits you. How can two powerful AI give such different answers? This is where most people stop. But this is where the real story begins. The difference is not about intelligence. It's not about speed. It's not about which one is smarter. The difference is about mindset. Meta AI thinks like a strategist. ChatGPT thinks like a collaborator. And that difference matters more than you think. Let me ask you something personal. Think about the last time you felt stuck. Maybe you were studying. Maybe you were creating content. Maybe you were building something or solving a problem. You wanted answers, but you also wanted direction. You wanted facts, but you also wanted ideas. In moments like these, the kind of intelligence guiding you changes everything. Meta AI is precise. It values structure, accuracy, logic. It breaks problems into pieces and delivers solutions that feel safe and dependable. ChatGPT is adaptive. It values creativity, context, flow. It explores ideas, shifts tone, and adjusts to how you think and ask. Neither is wrong. Neither is superior. They are different tools for different moments. But here is where most people make the mistake. They ask, which AI is better? That question misses the point. The real question is, which AI fits my goal right now? Do you need certainty or possibility? Do you need structure or inspiration? Do you need a roadmap or a spark? Most users judge AI on the surface. Interface, popularity, speed. But intelligence is not surface level. True power comes from alignment. When the tool matches your thinking, everything feels easier. Work flows. Learning accelerates. Ideas expand. Picture the two robots again, standing side by side. They are not enemies. They are complements. One represents analytical intelligence, calm, reliable, exact. The other represents creative intelligence, flexible, expressive, imaginative. Understanding this is not just about technology. It's about self-awareness. Some days you need structure. Other days you need exploration. Some days you want one correct answer. Other days you want many possible paths. And here's the emotional shift most people don't expect. When you understand these differences, confusion disappears. You stop questioning the answers. You start choosing intentionally. You are no longer reacting to AI. You are directing it. And that changes how you work, how you learn, how you think. This journey is not about choosing one AI forever. It's about knowing when to switch, when to combine, when to lean into logic, and when to invite creativity. As we move forward, we will explore how these differences appear in real life, in study, work, creativity, and decision-making. But before that, pause for a second. Ask yourself this simple question. What do I need right now? Certainty or imagination? That answer alone can change everything. Because when you stop asking which AI is better, and start asking which intelligence serves you best, you step out of confusion and into control. Now let's go deeper, because understanding the difference is only the surface. The real impact begins when these intelligences enter real human lives. Think about a learner sitting alone at night. Phone in one hand, notebook in the other. English words on the screen, silence in the room. He understands English. He really does. Movies make sense. Songs make sense. Subtitles feel unnecessary. But when it's time to speak, his throat tightens. His mind freezes. Words disappear. He opens an AI tool. He types a question. The answer comes back. Clear, correct, perfect. And yet, he still doesn't speak. Why? Because the problem was never knowledge. It was permission. This is where intelligence style becomes emotional. Meta-style intelligence gives him rules, grammar, structure, accuracy. Useful, yes, but also heavy. Each rule whispers, don't make mistakes. Be careful. Say it right. And suddenly, speaking feels dangerous. Chat-style intelligence responds differently. It doesn't shout rules first. It speaks softly. It encourages attempts. It allows broken sentences. It says, try. Say it anyway. Messy is okay. And something inside the learner shifts. Not skill. Courage. This is the invisible layer most people ignore. Intelligence doesn't just give answers. It shapes behavior. Now imagine a creator, a YouTuber, a writer, a teacher. Ideas in the head, chaos everywhere. He asks for help. One intelligence organizes his thoughts into clean bullet points. The other expands them into stories, metaphors, emotions. One makes him efficient. The other makes him expressive. Again, neither is wrong. But notice this. Efficiency builds systems. Expression builds connection. And connection is what humans crave. This is why people sometimes say, this answer feels cold, or this answer feels alive. They are reacting to intelligence style, not intelligence level. Now let me slow this down. There is a dangerous misunderstanding spreading quietly. People think AI will replace thinking, replace speaking, replace creativity. That fear comes from not understanding how intelligence actually works. AI does not replace you. It amplifies what you allow. If you approach it with fear, it feeds fear. If you approach it with curiosity, it feeds growth. The tool mirrors your mindset. That's why two people can use the same AI and get completely different results. One feels empowered. The other feels smaller. Same tool, different relationship. Let's return to our learner again. He asks, how do I speak English fluently? One intelligence gives him a plan. Daily practice, pronunciation drills, vocabulary lists. The other intelligence asks him something unexpected. Why are you afraid of sounding stupid? That question hits harder than any lesson. Because suddenly, the problem has a face. Fear of judgment, fear of laughter, Fear of being seen as not good enough. No grammar book fixes that. Only permission does. And here is the quiet truth. Most people don't fail at English. They fail at forgiving themselves while learning. They wait for perfection. They translate in their heads. They judge themselves before others do. And intelligence that only rewards correctness can accidentally strengthen that cage. But intelligence that allows imperfection can unlock the door. This is not about choosing sides. This is about awareness. When you are building discipline, structure helps. When you are breaking fear, freedom helps. Different seasons need different guidance. Now think about decision-making. Someone asks an AI about career choices, life direction, big moves. One intelligence gives data, trends, logic. The other explores values, emotions, meaning. One answers, what works? The other asks, what matters? And a human life needs both. Here's the turning point most people miss. The future does not belong to those who use AI the most. It belongs to those who use it intentionally, knowing when to ask for rules, knowing when to ask for reflection, knowing when to stop consuming answers and start acting. Because no intelligence can speak for you. No intelligence can take your risk. No intelligence can live your life. It can guide. It can support. It can challenge. But the step is always yours. As this story continues, we will uncover how to combine structure with freedom, how to use intelligence to build confidence, not dependence, how to move from understanding English to finally speaking it. But for now, sit with this thought. The question is not, which AI is better? The question is, what part of me needs support right now? Answer that honestly, and intelligence stops being confusing. It becomes empowering. And this is where everything quietly comes together. Because once you understand that intelligence is not just information, but influence, you stop asking shallow questions. You stop asking, how fast can this answer? You start asking, what is this answer doing to me? Does it make you braver or more cautious? Does it push you toward action or keep you hiding behind preparation? This awareness changes everything. The learner who once stayed silent now understands something simple but powerful. Fluency is not built by knowing more. It is built by allowing yourself to sound unfinished. So he stops waiting. He speaks with mistakes. He speaks with pauses. He speaks with fear still present, but no longer in control. And slowly, something magical happens. The fear shrinks. The voice grows. Not because grammar improved overnight, but because permission was finally given. The creator experiences the same shift. He no longer asks AI to replace his voice. He asks it to sharpen it. He uses structure to organize his chaos, and creativity to humanize his message. He stops trying to sound impressive. He starts trying to sound honest, and people feel it. Because humans don't connect to perfection. They connect to presence. This is the future most people are not prepared for. A future where intelligence is everywhere, but self-trust is rare. Tools will keep evolving. Models will get smarter. Answers will get faster. But the real advantage will belong to those who understand one thing. AI is not the mind. It is a mirror. It reflects how you think, how you feel, how you treat yourself when no one is watching. If you demand flawlessness, it will give you pressure. If you allow growth, it will give you momentum. And this brings us to the quiet conclusion of this journey. You don't need to choose between structure and freedom. You don't need to choose between precision and expression. You need to choose timing. Structure when you're lost. Freedom when you're afraid. Rules when you're building foundations. permission when you're ready to speak. And once you understand this, English stops being a subject, AI stops being confusing, and growth stops feeling heavy. You stop asking, "Am I ready?" and you start saying, "I'll begin anyway." Because confidence is not something intelligence gives you. It's something you claim. And the moment you do, every tool becomes useful. Every mistake becomes a step. And your voice finally becomes yours.